selfie camera, 4K 60 FPS, and I'm very impressed with the microphone. It's so windy and you cannot hear on the wind blowing, which is very impressive. What's also even great, that we have portrait video mode that is also capable of taking 4K, but this time 30 FPS. So for vlogging, you know, very nice indeed. What do you think? Is Samsung Galaxy S24 worth upgrade from S23 or S22 Ultra? Let me know in the comments below. This is 4K 30 FPS and this is the stabilization. But there's also an option, let me show you. You have to tap this icon here and you got that auto framing. So try to keep you in the frame, like right in the center. It is trying its best, but yeah, it's okay. Well, let's take some selfies now. So this is maximum zoom times 20. 5, 3, 1, and ultra wide angle. Such a beautiful morning. Bird is singing. Look at the colors. Just check on the stabilization, 4K 30 FPS on ultra wide angle. Very nice. The colors looking very natural, I have to say. Switch into the main sensor. I'm holding this phone using this small tripod. Times 3. Let me walk around. This is times 5. Love the colors. Yeah, I'm not gonna do too much walking with that. Times 10. And let's bring it all the way up to times 20 and take some pictures now. Right guys, when you go Pro mode, you've got 4K 120 frames per second, which is pretty impressive. You can play around with this. There's not that many phones that are capable of taking that high resolution with such a high frame rate, so happy days. I am using ultra wide angle, but on the top of that, let me show you, you can also switch to the main sensor. It is very windy, so I'm not sure how this phone's gonna manage with that wind. So this is dual video mode again, and I'm using the telephoto lens so you can get those, you know, distance things around. So happy with that. You know, I wish there was a few more options like some of the competitors such as Vivo, Huawei, Xiaomi that give you those long exposure photography, night. You got Leica and all this, which is a bit of a shame. I was hoping for 1-inch sensor on S24 Ultra, to be honest, but it is what it is. By the way, if you are enjoying my video, sub to the channel would be very appreciated. If you're enjoying videos like this, real world camera test, and remember, I buy all the phones for my own money and this is no exception. Cheers! Okay, but just let me quickly run through the camera features. So you got your portrait photography, which I'm gonna test in a minute. You got your pictures, great, that you can switch here to get those, you know, 200 megapixel sensor. Then you can go to that 50. Sadly, There's also that 12 megapixel ultra angle. Then you got the video, you got all the resolutions here up to 8K. Got the stabilization mode here. And when you got more, you got the expert raw if you want to bring that photography to the next level. I haven't played with this yet, so I'll have to try that later. You got the night photography pro video mode, and that's where you can have that ultra wide angle 120 frames per second. That's nice. Okay, I have to say that times 20 is probably the most impressive zoom I have seen at night with this quality. Wow. Let's go to ultra wide angle so you can see how dark and how far that was actually. Switch into the main sensor. Times 3, that was pretty smooth. And then times 5. But let's take some pictures now. Me and my daughter is going for a little walk around the estate. This is ultra wide angle, this is stabilization. Switch into the main sensor, you can clearly see the difference. The color's looking pretty natural, I have to say. Times 3. There's some light here and there. Times 5. Still not bad. And let's switch to times 10. And take some pictures now. Just using the dual mode video again, and I have to say I am a bit disappointed with this phone, to be honest. It's not like it's not a great, it is a brilliant phone. However, there's not much upgrade over the S23 Ultra in my opinion. You know, yes, you got more powerful chipsets and it's not that much. The AI technology is probably going to be available on S23 Ultra anyway, and this phone is very expensive. I was making a camera comparison between this and Vivo X100 Pro, and the Vivo just was better in so many ways, like portrait photography, night photography, macro photography. Selfie camera was a bit worse, but now they did some updates, so now you can shoot 4K on the Vivo. So, you know, competition offers a lot for less, remember that. So, but I know there are lots of, you know, Samsung fans, and I don't blame you. If you love the brand, fair enough, but I am value for money guy. I wouldn't spend that much money on a phone. But that's just me. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Please let me know your thoughts, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.